Hi, I'm Nicole Kemper. I'm a writer, actor, and filmmaker living in Atlanta, Georgia. This is 50 Foot Woman, and I've committed to shooting at least one roll of motion picture film per month. Today, I wanted to talk to you about the Yashica 8mm film viewer. This is a film viewer that is for regular 8 film, or sometimes called double 8 film. So I've done a whole video about what that means exactly, but the short version is that regular 8 or double 8 is actually comes more like on a 16mm sized spool, although it's not the same as 16mm film, so you could not put a 16mm roll of film in an 8mm camera. The perforations are different, but the size is pretty much the same. And so essentially in the camera, it will shoot kind of down one side of the film, then half, so it's 25 feet. You shoot half of it, then in the camera you flip it over, and then you shoot down the other side. So what you end up with is two sides, and then after developing and processing the film, then that film would be split in half, and you would end up with your 25 feet that is then split into 50 feet. So this film viewer is specifically for regular 8 aka double 8 film. I could not find a whole lot of information about it. Fortunately, it did come with a manual, so I did get a lot of information about this based on the manual. But from what I can tell, this unit itself was probably released somewhere in the mid to late 1950s. This is the PE model, so the Yashica PE. And then there is a PE Super, and that was released in the early 1960s. So we can guess that this was probably sometime in the late 1950s, maybe mid 1950s. So let's just kind of open her up and see what she's about. So one of the things I can tell you about this particular model is it looks really cool. It's built very solidly. So it is metal. It's got this kind of textured metal on the outside and this really kind of cool, like mid-century lettering. So it does kind of remind me of one of like a home appliance of that sort of mid-century era. And so it does have that kind of cool look to it. And it is, like I said, very solidly built. So it is electric, so you do have to plug it in. There is a bulb. The bulb does get very hot, and you can actually it has that halogen bulb smell, if you know what I mean. So as far as opening it up, so first of all, there is this kind of plexi, kind of plastic kind of cover on the front, which kind of protects all of the sort of the viewing screen and all the dials and everything. So we've got that kind of front cover on the front. From there is a little knob here at the top where you can kind of open up the back of the unit. And I've already got it plugged in here. This is where you pull out your spindles for your film, and then your take up. And now I'm going to kind of come around to the front and attempt to show you how to load this without getting too much in the way. Okay, so we put our film on this side, right? And then we put our take up reel on this side. Sorry, I 3D printed this one, so it's a little fiddly. As far as threading it goes, so you can see I got some white leader on here. We do want the sprockets facing towards the unit, and we're just gonna pass it over the first roller. Under this, there's a roller here with some sprockets in it. Just gonna kind of pass that under and through. Here's where you're going to be able to actually view the frame of film, which is going to appear on this viewing screen. And then we're going to pass it under this roller through this area here, which I'll talk more about in a little bit. One of the unique things about this film viewer is there's actually a splicer built into it. So I'll talk more about that in a little bit, but we're just going to kind of leave that up for now. Then we want to kind of pass the film under this roller over this last one, and then finally we're going to thread it onto the take-up spool. So I'm just going to come around over here. So once you get it, once you get the whole thing threaded up, there is a lever here on the side that you can turn. If you turn it kind of clockwise, then it will run the film onto the take-up spool. Running it in the other direction, of course, will rewind. Screen brightness is pretty, it's pretty easy to see. And you really can smell that halogen bulb smell. So it does get quite hot. So definitely don't touch the bulb for sure. A couple of other features that I wanted to mention about this, in addition to viewing the film, it also comes with a film splicer. So I haven't used it. I'm not really sure how well it works. I have a Kodak universal splicer, but essentially the splicing part is right here. There is a sort of a lever here where you can adjust the framing. If you get to a shot where you know you want to make a cut, you pull the power switch to the right and it's supposed to puncture a hole in that frame. Then you just kind of roll that frame down here to the splicer. You'll see the hole punch. And from here, of course, we would have to have the film in between these two metal plates here. But under here, there's a little file which you kind of pull back and forth to remove the emulsion. Then you would use these pieces to kind of clip, so to sort of move them to clip the film. And this is for cement splicing as opposed to tape splicing. So like I said, I have not used this, but I imagine that if it were working, or if you had bought this unit and everything was kind of still sharp, then it probably would have been pretty useful. So it is hand crank, so you do kind of have to get it up to speed yourself, but I think it would do just fine to do really simple splices. It might be difficult to time things out really accurately, but definitely to, you know, join different shots together, or maybe to compile a reel or to repair something. I think that this would be relatively useful for that. So that's it. The Yashica 8mm film viewer PE, pretty simple unit, very easy to use, very solidly built. And so if you're interested in experimenting with some of this type of equipment, film viewers, or maybe projection, or maybe you want to just spool up one of your reversal stocks like Ektachrome or like a Tri-X reversal, and you just want to kind of take a look at it, then I think picking up one of these things is pretty fun, and they're quite easy to use, and they're not very expensive. So might be worth adding to your collection. Thanks for watching. I hope that if you liked this video that you'll stick around and subscribe to the channel. The name of this channel is Critical Crop Top Films, which is my production company, and all of the videos in this series are in the 50-Foot Woman playlist. I've also got an Instagram account where I've been sharing some of my photography and some of the developing that I've been doing in my bathroom. And you can find that on Instagram at 50foot photos. I hope as we go into the late spring, early summer months, that everybody is taking advantage of the bright sunlight to get out there and do some filming. It's been a little rainy here, which is not great for filming, but is great for the plants. If you are looking to expand your motion picture film repertoire, you may want to think about picking up one of these things. Let's get out there. Let's grab a piece of film equipment we don't have a lot of experience with, but might expand our use of motion picture film, and let's shoot more film, you guys.